All right, welcome back. House GOP wonders who will talk to Donald Trump if he returns to the White House. I'm going to read a little small excerpt from a report here on USA Today. It says Washington, as former President Donald Trump has all but secured the Republican nomination in his quest to retake the White House, House Republicans are grappling with one key question as he marches towards the nomination. Hold on one second. All right, there you go. As he marches towards the nomination, who's going to deal with him if he wins the second term? If Trump wins re-election, someone in the House Republican conference will have to be the liaison between the former president and the lower chamber. Who that person will be isn't exactly clear to some GOP lawmakers. Of course, all administrations coordinate closely with Capitol Hill to enact their agenda, but designee for Trump will be especially consequentially because of his at times erratic behavior compared to his predecessors. What are your thoughts about this, sir?
So, um, for the benefit of our viewers all over the world who do not understand the meaning of GOP, GOP means the Grand Old Party, and that is Republican uh, Party in the United States. So,
Mm-hmm.
when did they now wake up from their slumber to understand that uh, former President Donald Trump, the Don himself, is a difficult uh, presidential personality that would be difficult. I mean, that would be hard for anybody to rein him, for
Mm-hmm.
anybody to uh, act in the capacity of a go-between
Mm-hmm.
for the president and the uh, lower house, the House of Representatives in the United States Congress. These people, like we have predicted, they have been enablers. They allowed a literal takeover, walkover for Donald Trump to reframe and recharacterize or characterize or mischaracterize the Republican Party as Donald Trump's party. They enabled him. They saw whatever happened January January 6th that year. For the whole thing, you saw the way they have cunningly framed it as if, oh, Donald Trump was in office from 2017 to 2020 and that it was great. But how about the last 1 year that was the defining point for Donald Trump's presidency? For example, the at the peak of COVID, Donald Trump, like, I don't know how to compare him with, telling people to drink bleach in order to combat uh, COVID-19 and acting in complete denial and being scornful of the disease control body in the United States, and then the bodies that were in freezers all over the US in millions. How America are we going to forget as Americans how many of our compatriots died under the watch of Donald Trump while he continues to scheme on how to dig in and sit tight in office, something that is almost an aberration, strange to the constitutional democracy that America enjoys, that America has enjoyed uninterrupted for more than 240, I mean, over 240 years. They enabled him in all this. So now they suddenly woke up, and like I predicted here before, I said it should be a foregone conclusion. It should be a foregone conclusion that Donald Trump will win the Republican Party primary nomination. The order for him, however, is in the fact that the Democratic base would be energized and people will come out. And you look at the polls now, other than what I've heard from Nigerian analysts, one of them talking of a shallak by um, Donald Trump, something that was, I mean, basically an internal headache for Republican Party, making it to look like, oh, it's celebration time. Donald Trump will become the next president of the United States of America. that would be a tall situation. It would be a tall order to expect that that idea will fly. And listen to the State of the Union address from President Joe Biden the other night. Look at the way he framed him, the way he characterized him, the way he's been able to set the tone, and everybody suddenly woke up like a time of old in America. Before the attack on Pearl Harbor, when America, the sleeping giant, supposedly had to join the Second World War and then set the tone for the turning point in that war. That is the way Americans have been those are. But when Joe Biden took that stage and made a passionate plea, a passionate speech, say this is Donald Trump. This is almost like a choice between you and this is the choice you have. Choose between Donald Trump and doing nothing whatsoever. And the whole thing has been re-energized. That poll that was given a free pass to uh, Donald Trump has been reversed ever since. So this is not the time for Republican congressmen to begin to wonder how they would be able to manage him. Who would they listen to? Would he ever listen? He does not listen to anybody. And you saw that this man constitutes a serious and present danger to the survival of America itself, the world that we know today. Well, if he comes to office, because that is the man who signaled the tone for all kinds of characters, including Buhari in Nigeria, Tinubu today in Nigeria, and he's always willing to kiss up to people who you cannot really trust on integrity and what have you when it comes to public governance. People in North Korea, people in China, people in Russia, those are the friends he knows. Those are the people he venerates. So this is a choice between having that kind of individual in office. They have called him erratic. Good for them. Are they just knowing that when we get there, when that moment of election comes next November, we'll see the way America will swing. But as usual, I would take it for granted that the popular vote would be clinched by the Democratic Party. The Electoral College victory is what everybody, that permutation is what everybody should be worried about, so that America and its core values would survive.
Hmm. All right, all right. Thank you so much for that. Personally, I'm just watching, so
Yeah, we'll
we shall
continue to watch,
we shall see.
but
Mhm.
yeah, it's a watch that must lead in in the direction. That can make the world safer for all of us.
Awesome, great. Do us a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified whenever we go live. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Help us share the word with everyone else out there. All right, we have some other stories to cover today. We'll be back in 20 seconds.